Hello everybody, this is Astocky here. Welcome to another episode of my Let's Play for the HeroCraft Pack. It's been a while since I've played this, so I'm not totally sure what happened last time, but something... Ooh, silly slime. I wish those slimes still drop V's crystals when you kill them, that'd be awesome. So where was I? I was just about to try and break this tree with my shovel. So see how it switched? Yeah, that's a slight problem. That was what was causing me my issues previously with... trying to collect the silverwood tree. So, wow, fragments. So yeah, so pretty much that sucked. So what I'm going to do is sleep through the night. I think I have to move my bed because I don't like always falling off my bed. That just seems a bit noobish. But what I'm going to do this episode is I'm going to go back and I'm going to once again get those trees. First of all though, I want to get myself some food, so I'm going to get a few pieces of corn. Just a skeleton over there. Okay, so here I am. I'm at the silverwood tree now. So if I go to my pick and attack the block, you can see that it automatically switched to my shovel, but then I press F10 and do it, and you can see it doesn't switch. So now hopefully, look at that, chopped. But also, I'm going to be a little bit confident here and press F10 again. So what should happen now is, D-Wingit told me that he fixed this, so now if I attack, it should, there we go, it still drops the leaves. So what I'm going to basically do now is just harvest myself a giant stack of silverwood leaves, and then once I've done that, I'm going to harvest myself a silverwood tree. Map time. So you can see there's 4 to my left and 2 just here, so I'm going to harvest this one and then I'm going to go over there and harvest the second one along. So I'm going to pause the video once I've done an awful lot of silverwood harvesting and I'm ready to head back to base. So see you soon. Okay, I'm back now and I've cut down my first silverwood tree, and I did not realize how big they were. Look at that, almost 3 stacks of leaves and 18 logs. Oops. That is just a huge tree, and I have also found myself another monolith, so I'm going to have totally forgotten what key it is. I'm going to mark this spot, because now that D-Wingit has updated the config files, it doesn't forget where things happen. So you can see here, I'm at the second tree, which just happened to be across this ravine here, so if I'm in the need for anything later on, I'm going to come back to this ravine. But I think just looking at this, it looks as though I'm probably going to end up filling my inventory or breaking my shears before I get all of these leaves, but I guess we'll see how we go. I've been told that leaves are not as important for, well, for growing viz and things like that as the actual tree trunk itself is, so hopefully with just the amount that I'm going to have, that should be sufficient. Whoops. Yep, there we go. Absolutely chock full. Wonder if there's anything I can get rid of. Could do without some sticks. I think I'm gonna need to use something to help myself get up the top there anyway, because yeah, it's gone. Because yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna have. I don't want to use bookcases because they're not regainable. I guess I can use copper ore. Seems a bit of overkill to be planting ore on the ground, but I guess I have a pretty good ability to fall. There we go. Now back to my shears. I don't want to break these, so I think I'm going to stop just there because I don't want to break these shears, and now I'll just collect the wood. Ah, Come on, I've got to stop falling. That's just embarrassing. Looks like nothing good is going to come of this. I'm too short. I can't reach. Someone should have been a mod to make Steve taller. Okay, let's... There we go. Back up. Now, jump back down. Gotta have a quick look up, make sure that's everything. It's getting late. Yep, that looks like everything, so pick out. Let's get these ores back. And then let's try and get back to base before it gets too dark. Okay, why are you not letting me collect things? Because I picked up my sticks. Perfect. Okay, wow, it's pretty dark. So, back to base we go, and I will be back with you when I either get in trouble in a big fight, or I get back to base. So, easy up and back soon. Okay, so I made it back in one piece. Wonder how this is going. Ooh, 5 fragments of lost knowledge. Let's try and do this correctly so that we don't ruin it. So hopefully I might get another theory out of this. I'm not counting on it, but you know, you never know, you might get lucky. And then even if I don't, over here, lots of cobble to help me out with. Oh, theory. 2 theories. Had to be tortuous and tricky. Well, let's start with the tricky one, because I think I've got much more chance of getting that tricky one than anything else. And so what I'm going to do is I'm really quite sick of this being just an ordinary farm here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust it to make sure that it's the way that I want it to be. How are we doing? Not doing all that well. Let's just take you out for a second. I'm going to fix this up a little. How much we got now? 23. Just put all my leaves in there for now because I'm not going to need them for a little while. A little bit of lag, nothing too major. Dead zombie, again nothing too major. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself... Why did that not disappear? Went that time, so really who cares? Now let's replant those before I forget where they were. And there, and there. And let's head over and make ourselves some books. Well, specifically some bookshelves. Actually, you know what? I might not even need to do that. Nope. Totally didn't need to. Let's macerate some of these ores up. Totally going to get this thing this time. I'm just feeling it. So, 20 in each slot. Tricky theory. And let's check out our crystal farm. Absolutely nothing has happened since last time I was here. So, the solution to that appears to be... No, I don't like them there. That looks much better. So what should happen now, look at that, you can see it already. The aura down the bottom right hand corner has become positively charged already just from that little just from that little bit of adding stuff. And now we want to go up. And then we want to fill in up there. Because I'm going to save that second row so I can have a second row of crystals. But I can now, by doing it this way before I put those crystals on, stupid crystals. There we go. And now, if I had my Philosopher's Stone, I could change that all back. So don't worry, I will change that back. The most important thing is though, look at the ore in this chunk now. It now has a highlight to show that it is going up, and that is a good thing. How did we do here? Excellent. A Thormic Restorer. So we need some enchanted wood, some iron ingots, and an animated piston. And this allows you to repair damaged items. Now, how do I make an animated piston? Okay, it doesn't tell me. Well, that sucks. How am I supposed to make one of these things if I don't know how to make it? So that's my first discovery. All these torturous things that aren't helping me. Okay, so, lots more bookshelves. Lots of tainted crystals. I think I am going to be making something again soon, so I'm going to take one of these aqueous crystals and I am going to get some more V's. So you can see that there's an arrow on the right hand side that's pointing up. That shows that the V's level in this area is rising. So hopefully that will be enough. And it will rise for quite some time and keep going up, thanks to my newly found silverwood logs, of which I still have 20. So what I'm thinking is that I might actually get my shovel out and line that a bit there, just to make this area, an extra little bit thorny. So now by doing this, hopefully everything's just going to be a little bit better for my base, although I'm not totally sure how it works. Now the next thing I was thinking might look kind of cool is if I was to put some sort of like some logs and some silverwood leaves around different parts of my base, but I'm not totally sure how that's going to go yet. So for now, until I work that out, I'm just going to put that away. But as you can probably tell by now, I am absolutely sick of having to do this bit. So what I'm thinking of doing is automating the process. So I watched another video from the Toffman that showed basically how he does it. Nice. And so what I'm thinking that I would do is I would go one step further and see if there was a way that I could automate it even just a little bit further than what he's done. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is stop this. Don't fall in the lava, because that's going to keep producing cobble, and it's going to produce way more cobble than I want. So up we come, up we come, up we come. Just need just a single stick is all I need. But I'll make a few more, just because then I can help myself a little bit, and I'll put my shears away to make sure I don't accidentally use them on something and break them. Okay, so beautiful. So now if you look in here, That is almost full, but if I go like this... Ah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Everything was supposed to jump into that half of the chest. Yeah. Totally not what I was hoping for. And in fact, I'm actually going to have to do this again, because I'm going to move the chest over to here. To these two spots. So... because I want to have a 1 spot gap there, because that's just what I'm looking for. Lots of stacks. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is, I'm going to need clay. I don't think I have any clay. I seem to have everything but clay. Yep, it's not looking like I have even the slightest speck of clay. Okay, so I guess I'm off to get some clay. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to come back once I found some. So back soon. Okay, it's getting late, but I was lucky enough to find some clay not extremely far from my base. So time to get all this clay and see how we go. Now I need a total of at least 32 clay balls for this to work. So 36 it looks like I got. Oh, wait, maybe a little bit more. Okay, I got plenty now, so that's good. Perfect. Just gotta get up now before I suffocate. And run back to base. Running as fast as my stubby little can't reach the leaves legs will carry me. Thankfully base isn't too far. And I know that, you know, basically once I get to that waypoint back there where you can see the blue dot, I'll be on the same screen as my base. So I'm not going to add a second waypoint because I don't like the big kind of diamondy thing that waypoints put down. Okay, so here we are. Now this time I'm going to move my bed because there's something about me constantly falling off it that is just stupid. And so I'm going to put it around the back near my crystal farm. Perfect. So you can see that the V's levels have that little red arrow to say that they're going down a little bit. Now that's obviously not the world's best thing, but it's also not an exceptionally bad thing. Because you know, the V's level can fluctuate a little bit, and I've got my seals over there that are kind of going and making it drop down a little bit. But what I really want to do is make myself an alloy furnace. Actually, you know what? I don't even need an alloy furnace. I'm starting to think that I don't even need one. I'm going to need some materials though, so I'm going to need copper. I already have copper. I'm going to need tin. So there's tin and there's copper. I'm pretty sure on a crafting table now I can place 3 copper and a tin. Yes, and get bronze. That's because forestry is installed. So basically that allows you to do some cool things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do without forestry. And I personally happen to like that because you get twice as much bronze using that recipe as you would if you were using industrial craft. So, you know, I think that's a good thing. Now I need some glass. So if we come here and we put bronze down and we put glass down, I was sure it was, oh, it's got to be brass, not bronze. Okay, so I'm still going to need that tin back, and I am still going to need that alloy furnace. Knew it was a little too good to be true. So yep, over to my diamond furnace. Let's throw all our clay in. I need 2 bits there, and that'll cook that whole stack. And I'll come back once it's finished cooking. Back soon. Okay, there we go, that's finished cooking now. So I will take my little setup over here. I need 8. I'll just hang on to the rest of those bricks just in case I need bricks for anything. And go back to my crafting table, put my 8 bricks in, and get myself my red alloy furnace. Just there, looks perfect. So throw some charcoal in. I'm going to throw in, don't know how many I'm going to need. So I might start by doing that. Now I think that should give me 4 bronze. Okay, so you get 4 from each one. That's, sorry, brass. So yeah, brass as opposed to bronze, as opposed to different bronze that looks a little bit different from industrial craft. So we may as well use all of this. So there we have our pneumatic tubes. Now the next thing that I want to make is if I place a piece of iron with a pneumatic tube, I get a thing called a restriction tube. And basically what a restriction tube does is it makes the... Oh, better talk about that, hadn't I? Okay, so while I was waiting for that to cook, I've basically dug this area here out, and I found those crystals as well, but I wanted to mine them on camera, so looks like 2 more V's crystals. Just chuck some cobble in the chest there. Yep, 2 more V's crystals. So basically what I'm Sorry, I'm getting things all mixed up. Basically what I'm intending to do is mine this area out to make it a big open room, and then I'm going to basically fix this, because that seal there works on a 7 by 7 radius. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it works all the way up to here, and it works 7 wide as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So out to here. So I could have all of that whole area with sugarcane and it will work. So what I'm planning on doing is basically fixing this to make this whole flat area here sugarcane, and then I'm going to add an auto harvester on the roof so that that will make it grow. The harvester will chop it off as soon as it gets above 1 block tall, and then this will suck it in and stick it in the chest, because I'm planning to, I guess, improve my automation above just doing this automation here. But let's take that restriction tube. So now what's going to happen is if I turn this block breaker on, it will pass things to here, but it will see that as being a distance of 5001. So now if I come this way, and come underneath my Quasium, it will only see this distance here as being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of 10ish. So even though that's actually shorter, it will still use that path by default until that's full, and then once that's full, it'll start passing them to here. So basically what that will do is that will start passing cobblestone in, and you should see it hitting any minute now. There we go. Now I think because of the way that it's set up at the moment, with it coming in the bottom, it'll start filling from these bottom ones first before it starts filling from there. But it's only going to be a matter of time and a matter of waiting, and eventually it should totally fill itself up. And then once that totally fills itself up, let's just put that there for now. Oh. Seriously? Break that piece of tubing there. So what will happen now is it will just hit the end of the tubing and it will bounce back. So yeah, what I was trying to do is trying to basically fill those things up. So let's get some stacks. Make sure that everything is completely full. And now what should happen is that will fill that bottom one up, and it'll basically just fill it up as quick as it can. and if for any reason I run out of paper or it stops or anything like that, it will automatically start pumping them into the chest beside it so that I can play catch up later, because I do only have 9 pieces of paper left. So that's now I just need to make a diamond handsaw because I want to neaten all that up. Unless I've already made a diamond handsaw. I don't think that I did that yet in this episode. Nope. So we'll take our 2 diamonds and need 2 pieces of iron and some sticks. Sorry, wrong one. So we need 3 sticks, 2 pieces of iron and 2 diamonds to make a diamond handsaw. And now I'm going to cook up a lot of smooth stone, and I'm going to get my philosopher's stone. I'm just going to go for a bit of a walk with this charged up, and I'm going to turn all the cobblestone that I've placed around here, crud, because it's already turned it back to mossy cobblestone. My little process of zapping it isn't going to change it. Not that that's a huge deal, but I'd rather not have mossy cobblestone if I could avoid it. Look at that, some more crystals have grown. Time to get my little tinkle ink out. Hey, where'd you go? No, seriously, where'd it go? Oh, it's up on the roof up there. Because the seal above me is pulling it up. But I'll have to cope with that. How we doing? Basically keeping it chockers. Oh, night time. I'll just do this first. Just throw a bunch of things over there. I don't want to cook up those tubes. So now where do my crystals go? In here. So get that crafting table, get my block out, piece of stone, gives me 8 covers, and what I might do is I might make a second lot of 8 covers, just because you never know how many covers you're going to need. And then I'm just going to just cover that up and make it look a little neater. Just going to do one more. Actually, you know what? I don't mind seeing those. I'll cope with that. 6 fragments. That's, you know, again, that's not exceptionally bad. It's not exceptionally good, but it's not exceptionally bad. And right now, I will be happy with things that are not exceptionally bad. Okay, so what is my plan for this? Well, the first part of my plan involves breaking up this entire floor. And it is going to involve me blocking off that water, because that's going to annoy me. Because basically what I'm going to do is mine this whole floor out. Where did my shovel go? Must have put it down somewhere. Darn it. Okay, I'm going to need my shovel. This is just pathetic. Okay, are you my shovel? No. But you, nope. You, nope. I must make you my shovel. Okay. Something is not as it should be. Where did my shovel go? I know I totally started this episode with a shovel. Haha. Wow, I really went a long way. Now, basically what I intend to do is now go one further down. And I intend to put a layer of still water here in the floor. And I'll work out exactly how everything needs to come together a bit later. Because by laying down a layer of still water, I can then put dirt directly on top of it, and it will still be close enough for the cactus, or no, not the cactus, the sugarcane, to be able to grow. So I'm going to grab my stacks of dirt, put away all these things that I'm not going to need for now. And where did my bucket go? This would be way easier with more than one bucket, but that is beside the point. Actually, for now, I am going to need to block that off. Now my plan is to just fill in still water into all of these areas. So you should be able to get to the point where if I put enough buckets of water in, you can see that that kind of became still. So I'm just going to basically keep this going until I have the whole lot filled in as still water, and then once I get there I'll come back. So back soon. Okay, that looks to be totally done now. So what I should now be able to do is take these blocks of dirt and rest these blocks of dirt over the top, and because it is still water, just let me get myself out of here first. Now because that is still water directly underneath it, I should be able to plant sugarcane. Okay, it turns out I have been grossly misinformed. Yeah, see, I had been told that that would be suitable. Okay, I guess what I'm going to have to do is just fill this whole thing in with dirt and then work out where I want to put things. So yeah, darn it. Darn it, I say. Okay, so I guess if I start with a bucket of water in this corner here, and then get another bucket of water, and that means I have 2 pieces of sugarcane. Gonna need another bucket of water there. So that will give me sugarcane like that. Put a bucket of water there. That'll give me sugarcane like that. So I'm just going to fill this in and I'll be back once I'm finished. Back soon. Okay, so there we are. There we have my setup. I don't think it's quite as efficient as my last setup, but it's bigger. And bigger's got to count for something. So the next thing that I'm going to do... Whoa! I went a bit crazy there. I'm going to make dirt covers. 32 is way more than I meant to make. Really wanted to get that back. That is a good friend of mine, that thing. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to go through and beside each place where there's a piece of water, I need to break off one of the sugarcane to allow me to put a block of dirt. The reason for that is you can't put a cover directly on the water. You've got to put it slightly above the water. And if you don't put it slightly above the water, you make your water disappear. And then all the effort you've just put in is for nothing. So, just gonna see how we're going here. Yep, that looks alright. Need to put a block of dirt there as well. Okay, so now we just need a couple more. And the fact that my sugarcane's not popping out of the ground is a good thing. I think that means that I'm putting them at the correct height. You can see that they are slightly raised. But slightly raised is fine, because even with it slightly raised, there's still going to be enough gap for the sugarcane to kind of be sucked over the top by the other system. And now I should be able to just go through and everyone that's not raised, plant some sugarcane on. Whoops. So I missed like 2 spots. So you can't plant there or there. Can plant there. Yep, so that's done. So now here in my chest, I have a whole lot of stuff, plus some sugarcane. So it's only the sugarcane that I want. And while it hasn't been a problem for me yet, it's... How did I forget to cover that one up? And while it hasn't been a problem for me yet, it is going to become a problem for me as soon as I do the next step, which is building the harvesting seal. So let's get rid of all of this stuff I'm carrying that I'm not going to need for a while. I'm probably going to need those. Really not going to need much apatite. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is come back down here, and I am going to basically demolish my old farm. And the reason I have to do this is to make sure that it doesn't get all mixed up and all confused and start getting harvested and then sucked in and messing up my next system that I'm going to make. Okay. So I'm just going to totally get rid of all this as well, because that wall's no longer necessary. But I am going to have to light this up some. No, that'll be fine. That's not going to need lighting up. How are we doing? So you can see that everything that was coming off there is getting sucked in, and that's not what I wanted to achieve. I don't know what I'm going to do with that room yet, but I almost want to kind of jump up and down and make all the dirt disappear. But I should be able to just cover that in, and that should have much the same effect. Yeah, hopefully eventually this should all just degrade back to normal like that, and then I might turn it into something else. So yeah, once again a little ever so slightly distracted. I need to make some things now. What I want to make is going to take wood, lots of wood. So I'm going to need 2 crafting tables. And then I'm going to need a bunch of sticks to make gears. And then a bunch of gears to make 2 automatic crafting tables. So now my plan is to take... let's just go through and we'll build this whole thing to make sure that I don't get anything all mixed up. Where did I put my glass? There we go. So there's my glass. Need some wood planks. So that's going to get me 8 wooden transport pipes. I'm going to need to make some pistons. So to make pistons I'm going to need iron and redstone. So let's go, believe it's 2 that I need. So there we are, 2 pistons. Now I need some more gears. That's half the gears that I need. There's the other half. Ah, seriously? Come on. It's my pistons, which gives me 2 redstone engines. Now, what I should be able to do is set this up so I have a wooden pipe just here, and a crafting table just here, and then a wooden pipe just here, and then a crafting table just here, and I'm going to definitely need more sugarcane. Let's just, I guess, make sure this is working okay. How are we doing? They did get a bit stuck. Okay, that is not ideal. What was that one? That was an air dark seal, I think. I think I'm going to have to make that air dark seal 1 block higher so that it kind of pulls things up and they get less stuck. But the important thing anyway is that now I have lots of this sugarcane, so I can put 3 pieces of sugarcane like that, which gives me 3 sheets of paper. And then I can put the 3 sheets of paper like that. Actually, what I was just going to say is I don't need anything after 3 sheets of paper, because I do actually want paper. And I also don't want that there. What I want is a transposer. Do I? No, maybe I don't want a transposer, but I definitely am going to want some cobblestone pipe. So I might make 2 lots of it. You might ask why I'm not making smooth stone pipe, and it's literally just because I don't care. I don't see a huge advantage in this thing by having it done any other way. So there's me. That is straight up. So now we want to go from there, run our pipe straight up. Might have to branch this just a little bit to make sure that it doesn't accidentally connect with the other pipe. And I was going to need that wooden pipe again, wasn't I? So what should happen now is as sugarcane comes in here, it should get extracted, come into here, get crafted into paper, pulled out, and then pumped down and stuck straight on the top of my quesium. Or at least that is the plan. Very few of my plans turn out the way that they should go, and this is the first time I've really tried automating anything like this, so let's just hope it works the way I envisioned it working. So we'll start by putting this here. Had to go the wrong way, didn't it? Okay, so now I need to build a buildcraft wrench to turn that to be the way that I want it. I'm going to need this for a whole lot of other machines anyway, so wow, it would help if I could spell. Okay, so to build that I need a stone gear and 3 pieces of iron. Well, at least a stone gear is easy to make. You need a wooden gear, and then you surround that wooden gear with stone, And then I'm going to put my 3 iron ingots around it. That's going to give me my wrench. So this allows you to interact with any of your regular sort of build crafty stuff. So what should hopefully happen now is that should start pumping pieces of sugarcane in. Once there's a sufficient amount of sugarcane in there, which hopefully should be 3 pieces, the next one should go there, and the next one should go there. Then this one here should pull out 3 pieces of paper, and those 3 pieces of paper should come right down here. Oh no. That was not what I was hoping to see. Especially not as, where's my paper? Yeah, especially not like right now. But at least lava's not too hard to get. There comes my paper. Come on. Yeah, these pipes really are very, very, very slow. Come on. There you go. 3 pieces of paper, so it's now up to 10. So basically now I'm going to have a constant supply of cobblestone coming in, a constant supply of crystals growing, constant supply of paper feeding in, and should be just researching like crazy. So that was really what I was hoping to achieve this episode. So I'll throw some more in there. Get the rest of my sugarcane as well. 42 pieces of it. Chuck it in there just to give it something to do. So in the next episode, actually, you know what? Give me 1 second and I'm going to see if I can work out how to harvest these seal, how to make the harvesting seal, and then I might get it started straight away. Back soon. Okay, so I'm back and I've worked out what I need. So I'm going to start by making some, whoa! Big slime. Not cool. Little slimes are not that cool either, but big slime, totally not cool. Okay. Yeah, nothing like what I was hoping for just then. So it's back to, there's my night ore. Now I need a gold nugget and an earthen crystal. Now I have my 2 earth essences, and that should be everything that I need to make. I have everything that I need to make my earth, water, earth. Sorry about that, I had to make sure that it was earth, water, earth. Now what I should be able to do is build it like on the roof. Like, yeah, just there in the center of the roof should work. So we want earth, water, earth. So now what should start happening is those blocks should start popping sugarcane off the top, and it should all get sucked in. Now the only thing I'm going to have to do is move that seal up 1. And so that's an air dark seal. I knew this was bound to happen eventually. Sooner or later, something was going to get inside my base. So yes, I need a dark. And did I have an earth essence and air? There we go. So I already have an air essence. So we need another piece of night ore. And we take our night ore. Where did my little gold nugget go? Must have only got 1 gold nugget out. Okay, so gold nugget, taint, got 2 dark essences, and now we put a gold and a redstone, make ourselves another seal. Unfortunately for me, I'm going to have to break that other one of mine. Just going to place that torch. Just going to place that torch up the top here, just to make sure it still lights up. So now I need my seal, and now give me one moment please. Okay, and I'm back. So it is an air, dark, dark seal. So now I'm going to get my pick and break that one. Now what should happen is if I just grab, I have to grab those out of there for starters. If I grab these sugarcane and stand over here and I throw them in the corner, it should be pulled up enough. It's not. I really thought that would work in that position. That really stinks. Means I'm going to have to totally change this design because I still want this to work. I think I'm going to think about that in the next episode, but for now, just know that these engines are producing lots of paper, and if I come down and check out my Quesium, it is got a full stack of paper in it, and now it's actually got so much it's dropping paper out. This is the reason why redstone piping is a little bit better, because things don't go to waste. But what can I do? I can basically just now know that I'm yeah, that is just not going to work for me. Ah, that's how it would have turned into a... So that would have been how my obsidian formed. See, I knew I had that design right. Stupid design, not working the way the design's supposed to. And if I can jump in there and get those manually perfect. Okay, so once again, not everything in this episode has worked out quite as I had planned. Yeah, there's been a few things that have worked. There's been some obsidian made, so I guess there's not a huge amount we can do about that, but thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Astocky out. Okay, something I totally forgot to tell everyone as well. I have now finished the 2012-06-13 release of the Astocky pack. It's now up for the server and for Mac and for Linux, as well as the Windows copy that I put up yesterday. So again, thank you very much for your support. Astocky out.